Beneath the polished veneer of palaces, tiaras, and state dinners, an emotional storm has erupted within the heart of Denmark's royal family, a family once admired for its unity and elegance. But now, it finds itself deeply fractured by a bitter feud that has reportedly torn siblings apart, thrust Queen Mary into controversy, and cast a dark cloud over King Frederik's reign. At the center of this royal storm is an astonishing $800,000 dispute that has not only shaken the inner chambers of Amalienborg Palace but has also ignited a nationwide, and global, conversation about loyalty, hierarchy, favoritism, and betrayal. The eyes of the world are now fixed on the once tightly knit Danish royal household, as Prince Joachim, the younger brother of King Frederik X, appears to have drawn a sharp line in the sand. And standing on the opposite side of that divide, none other than Queen Mary, the Australian-born crown jewel of Denmark's monarchy, whose steady rise to prominence may have come at a steep and painful cost. What began as whispers within royal circles has now exploded into a full-blown spectacle. The feud, once denied or downplayed, is now impossible to hide. According to well-placed insiders and local media reports, the staggering figure of $800,000 is linked to a toxic mixture of inheritance wrangling, title disputes, housing allowances, and perceived snubs, and it has sparked fury, jealousy, and heartbreak. And perhaps most jaw-dropping of all is Prince Joachim's growing resentment toward Queen Mary, which has reportedly led to open criticism, private confrontations, and icy public encounters that have stunned royal observers. To understand how such deep resentment could boil over between royal brothers, and how Queen Mary has become entangled in the drama, it is necessary to rewind the timeline of royal events, beginning with the crucial and controversial decision made by Queen Margrethe II in late 2022. Her unexpected move to strip Prince Joachim's 4 children of their princely titles sent shockwaves across Denmark. At the time, she claimed the move was intended to give her grandchildren more freedom in their personal lives, away from the obligations of royalty. But for Prince Joachim, it was not only a public humiliation, it was personal. And many now believe he saw Queen Mary's growing influence and rising star as a direct threat to his children's future within the royal family. The fallout was immediate and emotional. Prince Joachim openly criticized the decision in the media, saying his children had been hurt, confused, and left feeling excluded. While King Frederik remained largely silent, standing beside his mother in the institution, Queen Mary's visible role as consort and close advisor only intensified Joachim's sense of alienation. According to insiders, Joachim believed Queen Mary could have intervened, could have softened the blow, or at least offered support. But instead, she was seen smiling beside Queen Margrethe during key public appearances, a gesture Joachim reportedly saw as betrayal. This marked the beginning of a Cold War that would only worsen over time. Now, enter the explosive detail, the $800,000 dispute. According to sources close to the royal court, Prince Joachim believes that a major housing fund intended to support members of the royal family was unfairly restructured, leaving his family at a financial and social disadvantage. Joachim, who now resides in Washington, D.C. with his wife Princess Marie and their children, has reportedly been denied access to the kind of royal funding and support his brother and Queen Mary enjoy. Specifically, insiders claim that an $800,000 allocation that was previously earmarked for residences and royal duties may have been redirected or withheld, further deepening Joachim's anger and belief that he is being systematically pushed out. Fueling the flames even more is the belief, reportedly held by Joachim and those close to him, that Queen Mary has used her popularity and growing power to secure privileges and visibility for her own children, particularly Crown Prince Christian, while neglecting or overshadowing Joachim's branch of the family. In public appearances, Queen Mary has been seen accompanying her children to major events, including state functions and national celebrations, while Joachim's children were notably absent or seated far from the center of attention. To Joachim, these optics suggest more than mere coincidence, they signal a deliberate sidelining of his legacy. Observers have also noted that since King Frederik ascended to the throne earlier this year, Queen Mary's role has expanded dramatically. No longer just a supportive consort, she now commands immense influence over the monarchy's image and decisions. Her poised demeanor, stylish public presence, and steady involvement in state matters have made her a beloved figure in Denmark and abroad. But this rising prominence may have come at a cost, especially to those within the family who feel excluded, invisible, or undermined. Tensions have reached such a boiling point that Prince Joachim has reportedly stopped communicating regularly with King Frederik, and their last few interactions have been described as strained and formal. One source claimed that during a recent royal family event, Joachim refused to sit near Queen Mary and barely exchanged pleasantries with the king. The tension in the room, they said, was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Queen Margrethe, Denmark's long-reigning monarch and the family's matriarch, is said to be deeply saddened by the rift. Despite abdicating earlier this year to make way for King Frederik, she remains emotionally invested in her son's relationship. But according to palace insiders, even she has found it difficult to mediate between Joachim and the rest of the royal household. In fact, some believe her decision to strip Joachim's children of their titles may have permanently fractured trust between mother and son, a wound that no amount of reconciliation dinners or public smiles can heal. Meanwhile, Queen Mary has tried to remain above the fray, continuing her royal duties with grace and composure. Yet the rumors and media firestorms continue to swirl around her, especially as she assumes an increasingly central role in shaping the future of the Danish monarchy. Her supporters say she is simply doing her job, serving Denmark with dignity and strength. But her critics, including reportedly Joachim himself, accuse her of political maneuvering and power consolidation, all while turning a cold shoulder to family members who once stood beside her. Public opinion is now sharply divided. Many Danes admire Queen Mary's unwavering dedication and leadership alongside King Frederik. But others sympathize with Prince Joachim, seeing him as a forgotten prince, cast aside in favor of royal image and protocol. Online forums, editorials, and royal commentary channels are buzzing with speculation, with some even questioning the long-term unity of the Danish royal house. Could this be the beginning of a permanent rupture? Or is there still hope for healing, understanding, and reconciliation? And what about the future of Joachim's children, Count Nikolai, Count Felix, Count Henrik, and Countess Athena? Will they forever live in the shadow of Crown Prince Christian and Princess Isabella, or will they find their own royal voice? More importantly, will the monarchy, under King Frederik and Queen Mary, find a way to bridge the ever-widening gap within its own bloodline? As the drama continues to unfold behind palace walls and across public headlines, one thing is certain: this royal family feud is far from over. The emotional scars run deep, the stakes are high, and the world is watching every move, every glance, and every gesture. The Danish monarchy, once celebrated for its calm and unity, now faces a test unlike any before. The bitter $800,000 feud is not just about money, it's about recognition, legacy, and the silent war for royal identity. If you were shocked by this royal feud, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Your voice matters, and we want to hear it. Is this the beginning of the end for royal harmony in Denmark?